welcome to Walls of Happiness Media. My name is Victoria Chapua Mbabali, and I'm so excited to be back with somebody very special and dear to my heart. And I'm going to ask her to introduce herself and tell us what her name is and who her parents are, and maybe how old she is.
Okay, my name is Poline Kaigo. I'm 18 years old. I just graduated from Gateway High School in Aurora. And my parents are Christine, Babidia, and Kato Paz.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Poline Kaigo. I love that. What does Kaigo mean?
It means, to be very strong and always persevere. And it was my great-grandmother's name, so I was named after her. And, I really like that name because I just feel like it's a way to connect with her, even though she's not here.
Oh, I'm so sorry she's not here, but I do love your name because I think it speaks volume, perseverance, and
to be strong and always
to be strong.
Yeah.
I think you're a strong person because when I look at you, I see a young lady that's full of strength, and you've persevered, and here you are, and graduating from high school, and you said you graduated from Gateway High School.
Yeah.
And what was your GPA?
My unweighted GPA was a 3.6, and then my weighted was a 4.4.
4.4. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're the third person, I believe, with a 4.4. That's weighted, and unweighted 3.6. We are so super proud of you. So tell me, as you were going to high school, so what was your favorite subject? And then tell us why it was your favorite, and then also tell me what was your hardest and why.
I'd say probably my two favorite subjects were this philosophy class. It was the philosophy of death and dying. Just because, I don't know, people don't really like to talk about dying and death, so it was just very different to be in a place where we could talk about it, because usually in all my other classes they're all the same. It's like writing notes, but in that class it was more like we could have conversations about the afterlife and the different theories about what happens in the afterlife. It was just very fun to be around people that actually have thoughts and opinions about things. And my favorite.
So that was your favorite.
Yeah.
And then what was your least favorite?
I'd have to say my least favorite was interpersonal communication. It's just a communication class that I just didn't like because I had to do a lot of research. We'd have a paper every week and we would have to find sources, and the sources have to be scholarly sources. So you spend like 5 hours looking for sources so that it's just too much research. I don't really like research.
Oh, really?
Too much writing too.
When I hear you say both of those classes, I think I love both of them actually for myself, just because of the interpersonal aspect of things, right? But then when you talk about death and dying, I'm very intrigued because of my line of work.
Yeah.
And I do love that, at such a young age, you were exposed to talking about things of death and dying. How do you feel? It's going to take you off of, a little off topic a little bit, but how do you feel culturally, how we deal with death and dying and just in general?
Culturally as Ugandans?
Right.
I feel like with Ugandans, like when it comes to death, like the way I see it, they're more reactive of it than like here in America. Like here in America, it's so mundane to them. It's like somebody's died, okay, bury them, move on. But in Uganda, it's really like there's a big deal. There's a big deal about it. You have a whole funeral, like the last days, like the preparations, the after events. So
people engage. Yeah. I think it's you really hit the nail on the head because really that's in a way how I'd also look at it. But I feel that. Of course, being in different cultures, you're sort of assimilating and finding a middle ground for yourself and where you lie, because it's like you've been in Uganda and then here, so you get to see both worlds, and then you kind of find where you fit. But I think it's a great thing that you've had those classes to expose you to that. So moving forward, So 4.4 weighted, 3.6 unweighted, and you're in Gateway. So where are you going to go to college? And where are you going?
I'm gonna go to the University of Denver, Colorado, like over here in the city.
Yes.
Yeah. I just think, I don't know, it would be like a very, exciting experience because there's so many people. It's very diverse. It's not like, most colleges or it's majority white people. So I definitely want to get those different views from everyone else. Plus, I have a really good medical program, so I'm very excited to, take part in that.
And what exactly is the medical program you're doing?
So I'm on a pre-med track. So hopefully one day I'll go to medical school. And I'm very good with that. Like already I just registered for my classes today. And I've had 3 advisors that are going to help me, make sure I'm taking the right classes, make sure I get internships. Plus I have a good connection with Ashtoks Medical Center, which is just outside of Denver. Yeah, which is the medical school. So, it's just very good to go to, university that, caters to what you want to do.
Yes. I think you've really, really done such a great job for yourself. Poline, how long have you been here in Denver? You moved here in Denver when? Which year?
So first when we came here, well, I guess it would be 2016.
2016.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that.
From Uganda. We've just been in the Denver, Aurora area.
Yeah. Yes. I think you have really done such a great job, going to school and doing all these great things that you've been doing. And I know you got such a great scholarship as well. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I got a scholarship. It was for sports mainly, but also for grades as well. It was for athletes. And then you had to also have a certain GPA, which is a 3.5, and then community involvement. So I played tennis, and I played tennis for 3 years. So that was one of the qualifications. You had to play a sport for 3 years. So I applied, and then I was very surprised when I got it. And I'm glad I got it because I had just been through a scholarship let down, another scholarship that was supposed to be a full ride, but that didn't work out. But anyways, it's great because it's a 10,000 scholarship. That's going to help me. And then I do have another scholarship for 2,000. So, and some others. So all combined with that, I'm pretty excited to not have to cut any loans for college.
That is a great way to start. So did you tell us who your parents are? Yes?
Yeah, my parents are Christine, Vivian.
And what number are you in your family?
I'm the oldest.
You're the oldest of 8. Oh. Is that, do you feel like you have a lot of other, siblings looking up to you?
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah. I do. And then my dad's always telling me, you need to do so good in school. You need to set a good example for your siblings because they're all looking at you. And I'm like, I know.
I think you've done a great job. This is such a great example, because you've come in strong and, these are going to be also big shoes to fill.
And our parents always tell us to stay in school, always study, and not just bachelor's, higher than that. Because now everybody has a bachelor's. You get a bachelor's and then it's a high school diploma, so you always gotta go.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's what I try to tell them too.
Mom is not kidding, and neither is dad, right? You gotta keep it. So tell me, you have some things around your neck. Tell me more about that. So you have a stole. What does that represent, the white one?
This one?
Yeah.
This one is the Concurrent Enrollment stall. So my school has this thing where you could take college classes while you're in high school, and then you have the opportunity to graduate with an associate's degree, which is what I did. And then we had our, Community College of Aurora graduation ceremony. So you graduate with your associates.
So when you graduated with, so you concurrently graduated with an associate from Community College of Aurora, and then you also graduated with your high school diploma.
Yes.
So for your associates, what did you do?
I did an associate in arts. Yeah. There was there's 3 you could do, just a general associates and then associates in science. The arts one just matched up with me better, because I'm gonna continue anyways in my education. So
And I think most people don't know this, but the beauty of you doing, high school classes as well as an associate's concurrently is, those classes, you don't even have to pay for them, right?
Yeah, the school pays for them as long as you don't fail.
Yeah, isn't that a beautiful thing?
Yeah.
So you already have 2 years, under your belt, and then you just have like 2 years if you wanted to finish and then, graduate with a bachelor's.
Yeah.
So that's a really great way of utilizing your skills and, getting to where you are now. So tell me more. There is more course. So tell us about those.
This one's a GUP Scholarship. GUP is it's a program that helps help students be college ready. You just participate in it, and then depending on the hours that you did, you get a court for it.
Okay.
And this one is top 10 court. So if you were top 10 students, you get a court.
Top 10 in what specifically?
It was 370.
Ooh, that's pretty cool. Well, Pauline, I think when your parents had you, they did the best thing ever and gave you the name Kaigo, which is full of strength and perseverance, and it's what has gotten us here. Did you find so much of a challenge in school, even transitioning? When you moved over here, was it hard for you transitioning? To the curriculum here versus the curriculum in Uganda?
Yeah, mainly when I came here, because I was 5th grade when I first came here. It was just the trouble of using computers. I know how to use a computer, and then my English, they didn't think my English was very good, so I had to take ELD classes. But once I got over that, and then learned how to properly use a computer, everything was fine. I had a lot of problems. Yeah.
It's interesting because when you came, of course you were younger, so you could adapt to the culture way quicker. And then, of course, you had the fast learning skills. And, I know that in every situation you go through, it may be hard, but you just know how to climb that mountain.
Yeah.
And if you persevere, you get to where you are now.
Yeah.
So when you look at yourself way back and here, you probably would not have thought you would be here, right?
Even as a sophomore, just 2 years ago, I didn't think I would they would talk about us graduate with your associate's degree, and I would be I don't know, that's a lot of college credits. I don't know if I'm willing to do all that, but I did it. It just took perseverance and not being lazy.
No, I am super proud of you. So if there is a person that you'd like to say hello to and was one of your teachers, who would it be and why?
One of my teachers that I'll probably say hello to would be it was my English teacher, Mr. Saboda. So he's a very good teacher, and in the sense that you can come to him and talk to him about everything. Most of my teachers were just, they were just there to teach you, and then just were okay, bye. But him, he would be come to my classroom. He would just give us food. He would just be there to talk with us. With everything going on with sports clubs, test scores and family stuff. You just need somebody you could talk to. Somebody who just won't judge you or anything.
Right. I think in life, this just goes to show that when you're, teachers come in all, in all forms. As a parent or as a mother, you're a teacher. You're in school, you're a teacher, or there are people around you and you're teaching them something. So it's important the way we carry ourselves, because you never know how you can impact someone's life, but just being a good person, and just being there to support them. So I appreciate your teacher for doing the things that he did for you and help you to get to where you are now.
And he always showed me to always just be nice. You don't always have to give money or something. Even your time, can really make a difference to people.
And the community work you've been doing as well. That's a beautiful thing. What was I also going to add? I was going to say, if there is anybody that's out there and probably has gone through issues of maybe not being able to go back to school, and maybe has had a hard time assimilating to the culture here, and probably came out of Uganda themselves and they're here, what would you like to tell them?
I would honestly tell them not to lose yourself, and I'll also ask for help. Okay, first of all, don't lose yourself. Don't lose your Ugandan self, trying to like assimilate to American culture. Just take it slow. Everything will come to you. Just, don't rush what, is not meant to happen. And also ask for help. There's a lot of people that can help you. Like some churches can help you, other Ugandans can help you in the community. I know we got a lot of help, like especially finding a place to stay and then food and all that stuff. So there will be people willing to help you as long as you ask for help. Just don't try to isolate everybody and do everything on your own.
That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So do you feel like your culture has really, really your culture, maybe how can I phrase the question? Do you feel like because you're Ugandan, for example, it has benefited you so much with your education versus if you were not Ugandan, maybe?
For sure, definitely.
Yeah.
Because when I was in Uganda, I was in boarding school, and there, like, the education was so much harder than here. Like, everything we had to do on notes, like, your hands would hurt because you were writing so many notes. But, like, I feel like coming here, it's, like, so much easier. I don't know. It's, like, type everything, take a picture, review later.
Right.
So I feel like being through the hard, education, like, gave me, the skills that I needed and, that work ethic to, come here. That, when I do this work, it's barely anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I am so glad you took some time to come and visit us today, and I'm so happy to get to know more about you and know more about your story. And you were nervous for no reason, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't that hard, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, we're so excited to have had you here. I'm so excited because I know one day you're going to impact so many people and so many people's lives with your way you've decided to provide services, since you're going to be doing, medicine, and one day you're going to be a doctor to someone. And we're super proud, and I just want you to know that we are here to help you and to support you. You have a great community here, people that love you very much. So do not ever, feel like you're in here by yourself. So hang in there, stay strong. We're super proud. And I would like to say congratulations, Poline Kaigo, class of 2024. Hooray!